Hi, I'm Jim Watson, founder and president of Arc-Zone. Welcome to my shop. Let's talk about coolant pumps. Generally, in water-cooled welding equipment, there's two different types of pumps available. There's a gear pump and a vane pump. What we're going to talk about today are vane pumps. I prefer vane pumps because they're much quieter. Again, gear pumps are very efficient, but you can just imagine they're two metal gears similar to the pump in a car engine, and those metal gears generate a lot of noise. So again, we're going to talk today about the vane style pump. We primarily sell the Procon pumps at Arc-Zone.com. We have those in two different versions. We have the brand new pumps that ships complete with all the fittings and accessories that it takes to hook that pump up. We also have a refurbished pump. And again, these work just as good as new. And the good news is if you send in your core, we send you a $25 refund. Now when you look at these pumps, it's important to keep in mind a couple of things. One is you want to make sure that you have these two large acorn nuts on the front of the pump. This particular pump does not have the stainless steel strainer on it. Additionally, you can tell by the part number that the pump is rated at 130 psi. That's way too high for welding equipment. So if you get a pump, whether you buy it on eBay or what, you may be getting a screaming deal on it, but it may not be the right pump for your application. So if the pump has a label on it, it's important to read the serial numbers, and the first three numbers and the last three are the most important. What those numbers mean is the type of flow and pressure. Okay? This particular pump is a 102, so it's a very high flow pump, and the pressure is set at 130 psi. If you hook your TIG torch or MIG gun up to this, it's going to blow the cables right off of it. Again, we have two different types of pumps here, the new and the refurbished. So basically what we have on the pump is the water in and the water out. Very simple. The pump is mounted to the cooler by use of a V-band mounting clamp and a drive shaft. Now, I talked about these acorn nuts. The large nut here you can take off. There's actually a stainless steel strainer in here, and that strainer should be serviced every few months. Take the nut off, take the screen off, blow it out, clean it, put it back in. This other nut, if you remove it, there's a blade screw connection, and essentially that's your pressure adjustment. Now for TIG welding, that we're going to talk about today, you want to have no more than 45 psi of pressure running from the pump through your cooling system. Okay? When you talk about the type of connections in that, as I said, they use a tang drive shaft and a V-band mounting clamp. So I've already loosened this one up. This represents the mounting clamp, and then this shows the drive shaft. It's what we call a tang drive shaft to the motor. It's a very simple connection. It's a very efficient pump. The most important thing to keep in mind on these pumps is to keep the coolant clean and fresh, keep the tank topped off. That's what you need to know about coolant pumps. I'm Jim Watson from Arc-Zone.
If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. If you're in the U.S., our toll-free number is 800-944-2243. Our worldwide number is 760-931-1500. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our web store is open 24/7 at www.arczone.com.